It is at the ninth hour Jesus spoke the fourth word, saying, Eli, Eli, Lama Sabakthani, in his mother tongue dialect Aramaic, which means, my God, why have you forsaken me? Records Matthew 27:46. We find this in Psalm 22, verse 2, where Jesus claims the prophetic recall of the covenant of the manifesto of Jesus' destiny on the cross. It was not an easy moment. It is a time of pain, an unbearable letdown. It is more a cry than a prayer. Jesus fulfills the purpose he came through a painful process of self-emptying and giving up. In Greek, it is called kenosis, total self-emptying of Jesus, withholding nothing to a point of death. This cry, Eli, Eli, lema sabachthani, is a cry due to three reasons. 1. A moment of abandon. It is a moment Jesus felt separated from God. He felt lonely on the cross, alienated, being disconnected and lost. It could be a worse scenario than the lockdown and stay at home these days most of us feel. A sense of disconnection to regular routine of relationship and context. Jesus felt the same, being lonely and helpless. He felt a sense of vacuum and helpless, being away from Father, lowered and pushed aside. Jesus reminds us that without our spiritual connection with God, we stand lost and feel disconnected in faith. Second, a moment of agony. Jesus felt a momentary interception on the conscious union between Jesus, his human soul, and his Father countenance. The agony was persisting from the time he prayed in the garden, saying, "May this cup be removed from me," as it was too much to bear for him, a pain more of the Son of Man than the Son of God. It is a situation of total seclusion and social distancing from the Father, just like many of us feel the pain being unconnected to our regular energy points of people's connections. It is a deliberate distance created. It's like the children who cry, being abused, denied of their right. Women who live in difficult situations, their rights abused in a patriarchal community. The sexually minority people, disabled, migrants, laborers, Dalits, and subalterns who felt being isolated, discriminated, and agonized. Third, a moment of absolution. It is an act of forgiving someone, especially in this context, the Roman rulers, soldiers, the church leaders, for what they have done to crucify him, which he doesn't deserve. Jesus lifts his head up and said, Eli, Eli, lema sabachthani. It is a cry to forgive those people who have crucified him. Jesus screams to the Father, seeking favor and strength when he felt powerless. Jesus connected the whole community in this plea, asking Father, Eli, Eli, lema sabachthani. In Italy, there is an organization called St. Egidio, which received alternate Nobel Prize for their humanitarian work. In their office stands a crucifix with no hands for Jesus. They explain that in their faith, that Jesus has no hands and heart. we are his hands and heart. When we suffer, God suffers too. A participatory empathy. To this, Jesus cried out to the Father, Eli, Eli, Lama, Sabakthani. My God, why have you forsaken me? Amen.